Everything about him is white, except his collar. Adam Carolla.
Yeah, get it on. Got to get it on. No choice but to get it on. Erik Griffin back in the studio.
He probably has a great relationship with RFK. They would probably have a great talk with each other. You know.
Oh, yeah. Have a nice gurgled conversation. Eric's got dates. He's playing all over the place. And so you can just go to his website, ericgriffin.com, and also Riffin with Griffin. And The Golden Hour as the podcast. Good to see you, my friend.
Hello. Good to see you, buddy, as always.
All right. We'll get into some heavy stuff coming up because I know we got subject matter that's, could be considered heavy. But first, on a lighter note, I spent a significant amount of time over last weekend in an IKEA. And
when you open with that,
here
we go.
Here we go.
Who wronged you at the IKEA?
Nobody. I was impressed.
Oh.
I've never sat down and ate a meal at an IKEA, and I realized there's professional IKEA eaters. Yeah. I saw couples, and they weren't shopping for furniture; they were shopping for meatballs.
And strategy.
There's a strategy. There's an emotional component to it. There's a physical side to it. They have these triple-decker rolling tray carts, and I saw like an old Asian couple who clearly just came there to eat. There's all sorts of kids eat free on Wednesday when adult orders an entree.
Oh.
There was a ginormous couple. Again, they weren't there looking for furniture or cabinetry. They were there to eat, and eat they did. And the system is good. It's cheap. They don't get over their skis. You know, they have meatballs and basically chicken fingers. There's no taco salad or any other bullshit.
It's streamlined.
This is a step above strip club. You know what I'm saying?
But it's cheap, it's hot, and the fucking line moves, and the whole place moves, right?
Yeah.
Because there's arrows projected on the floor.
We know where to go.
Literally going, go this way.
Oh, this is the menu?
We're looking at the menu, and they move it along. But here's my whole point. All I want to do after spending an hour and a half in IKEA, in the cafeteria, it's run like if there's such a thing as Japanese ants. That's how fucking efficient this cafeteria is. I don't know if I would imagine that the Japanese ants are more efficient. The Mexican ants are they drink and they fight and they hang out. They're not Japanese. The Japanese, now if a Japanese ant comes to a Mexican ant, maybe can whip them into shape.
Yeah, they got the car on blocks and they're looking at it with the other cousins.
Yeah. There's got to be differences, right?
Right.
Well, there's Africanized killer bees. We just got lazy ass honeybees here. We'll fucking kill a farmer over there. All right, there must be if they move with the efficiency of a Japanese ant. That's what I'm saying. And it's a ballet, and everyone's doing their job, and they have the kiosk for the drinks over here, and then the hot drinks over there, and the salt and pepper are on all the tables, and then you get into the place, and there's just arrows projected everywhere. Like, you move, go this way, and everyone flows. It's like a human aquarium.
Are you saying you're becoming one of those people who's going to go there just to eat now?
Listen, when you first, the Swedish meatballs are delightful.
Of course.
Number one. Number two, you start looking at what they got for the Eat Free Wednesday and before 5 o'clock Tuesday and all stuff, and you go, I'm going to save a fucking bundle. I've been going to Lucky's in Malibu getting raped. You know what I mean? I can't get out of there for under $300.
I think, though, that if you went to, say, your favorite restaurant, and they had that menu, you would be outraged.
I would.
And I think that the only reason why you're even considering eating there or the delightful meatballs is because of the efficiency of what was going on. I think it appealed to who you are as a person.
They don't have a bar. If they opened a bar, I would frequent that place quite a bit.
That would be it, right?
Yeah, they probably have 15 different types of vodka,
Yeah, it's vodka. Get in there.
But as I watch everyone move with efficiency through this place, it's like when you go to one of those big aquariums, you see all the fish are going the same direction. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They just, everything is flowing. And then at some point you go, I bought cabinetry. I bought cabinets. And I bought the whole thing, and the chick checked me out, got on the computer, did the whole thing, and then I'm like, oh, so where is the countertops and the handles? Like, where is it? Oh, it's downstairs. It'll be waiting for you. When you go downstairs, you give the guy your ticket, you back your car up, he'll bring it out. Like, everything's flowing. And all I wanted to do is go, look, who runs this place? Like, Jeff IKEA or Gary IKEA or whoever. Like, I go,
Mr. IKEA.
and then I go, can you just run this city? Because as soon as I step out of this,
I knew it.
I trip over a homeless guy. There's graffiti everywhere. Nothing, there's sofas dragged out to the curb that have been there for 9 months. The roads are fucking crumbling. You guys have created an efficient utopia here where everything is sparkling and new. The bathrooms, everything is perfect. And could we just take whoever's doing this and bring it outside of this place and say, let's now move over, Mayor Garcetti or Karen Bass or whatever. There's a Swedish guy. He's dressed in light blue. He's got an idea. And we're just going to step back. We'll give him 1 year. Just whatever he thinks is a good idea. Homelessness, trash, graffiti, the school system, traffic. Oh, my God, traffic. Yeah. Right. These guys, all they do is move humanity through that place in a super orderly fashion. Everyone is going the same direction.
Yeah, the real trick is how did he get people, like his employees, to care? Because I don't think they're getting paid a lot. I mean, IKEA is known for very affordable furniture, particle board.
No, but the thing is like this system also helps the workers. Like if you're a worker and you're sitting there and people are just flowing through, like the people down at the dock, they know that the stuff's coming down. We just put it in the car. Like it's mindless. They're just going. They don't got to deal with anybody. I mean, so it helps the workers too. They don't need to care because the system works.
They're just detached of all emotion, and they can just.
They're in a system. Whatever the system is, it's not the same. The system when you get outside and you see the road crew and one guy's in the ditch digging and there's 4 guys just standing watching him dig. Yeah. That's not the IKEA system. Right. And the guys that are standing around watching him dig are getting $61 an hour each plus full city benefits and whatever it is. That's not the system. I want the IKEA system brought outside of IKEA.
Okay, this is. I know exactly what you're saying because I'm going to just give you an example of something that happened to me this past week. I was in New York. All right, so I'm flying back.
They got IKEA over there.
They got IKEA.
All right, then I can book gigs there.
But I'm flying. I get. First of all, I got a call the night before the flight, and I didn't answer, and I hear the message, and it's like, Mr. Griffin, there was a mechanical error on the plane. Please call if you want to rebook. And I said, okay. I call. And then it's like they're not saying anything. They say, oh, everything seems fine. Okay, when I get on the plane of this expensive first class ticket that I bought, I'm in 2A. Mm-hmm. There's a sign on seat 1, 2, 3, and 4 that says temporarily out of service. So I get on the plane.
Never seen that before.
It's crazy. And so then I just steward, I say, hey, what's going on here? He's like, yeah, it's an electrical issue. They're going to reseat you. And so I'm sitting here like, when are they going to do that? Right? And he's just flustered. And I say to him, I go, wouldn't it have made sense to reseat me before I get on the plane? Wouldn't that have made sense? Yeah. So the 4 of us are sitting here like, what are we going to do? And people are coming by like, excuse me, and I'm like, this is going to be full. Like, I paid for first class. I'm not going to sit in coach now because hey, we're reseating you to 27A.
Also,
right?
you're a big man. The difference between you in coach and Chris in coach is the difference between coach and first class. I tell it all the time.
I only know first class.
It's really just the seat. You're just paying so your knees don't press against the seat in front of you.
Thank you. So what we're talking about to combine these two things is here. The IKEA people running it, I would not have gone on the plane.
Oh, they got to start an airline.
They would have went like this. Mr. Griffin, come. We have to reseat you before you board the plane. And I'm trying to explain to the guy. And then now I look like the crazy person. I'm standing in the aisle talking to him like, does this make sense to you that we're on the plane already? And he was just like, sorry. I told him, I'm just thinking to myself, then I'm looking. Then people are starting to look at me like I'm some crazy Karen in the standing in the front of the plane, and I'm just thinking to myself, no, this was This was not the way to do it. That's what you're talking about right now.
Yes.
You want to go on things where things are efficient, where it makes sense. It's like when they're doing construction at the airport. Why is this happening at 8:00 on a Friday? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
No, look,
you know what I'm
said
saying?
it a million times. The airport needs an airport cam, and you should have an app so you can see if it's all backed up or it's light that day, because you got to figure out when you're leaving. Like you do the Waze. Waze goes, oh, it's going to take 41 minutes to get from your place to LAX. Yeah. But it could be another 35 trying to get into the fucking airport, or that could be 4 minutes. But there is no airport cam. It always drives me nuts. Everyone
especially
should have
like
it.
you're going on a, you go. Let's say you're going like on a red eye, and you're thinking there's not gonna be traffic at 11 p.m. at LAX.
There's
the other
no,
night,
there's no rhyme or reason. Oh, by the way, but I feel the same way when I drive past an In-N-Out burger at 1:30 in the morning, and there's 41 cars. I'm like, there is no gauging LAX. It's either packed or it's not, but it doesn't. It's not Friday night. It's not Sunday morning. It's not midnight. It's just what it is, and we do not know.
So you're driving in an airport, sometimes you go, "Oh, no one's here today."
Right.
You're not in a rush.
Random.
That's when you're not in a rush. It's the same thing in the bank. You walk into a bank at a certain time, and there's 2 tellers, and the line is out the door.
Yeah.
And you're just like, and I can't. This is what my thing is. I can't stand seeing people behind there not doing anything.
I can't stand that. And this works at the bank, but it's like at the car rental place too.
Oh.
The car rental place, and they have it at the hotel I stay in Vegas. They have the like VIP check-in. Mm-hmm. So here's the math on the VIP check-in. You can go to the general pop check-in, and there's 5 employees and 28 people waiting in line, or you can go to the VIP check-in where there's one
employee
and 7 people waiting in line.
Right.
So it's the exact same, math. And then who is this individual? Eric, I ask you this. Who is the dude who's checking in? I've done it 31 times. It's like ID, credit card, here's your room, turn around and leave. The guy's just there. He's just parked there. They're having a conversation. They're talking. Yeah. And then they do this one at some point. Hands the keys and stuff. The guy takes a half step back, turns back around, starts talking again.
Yeah,
at some point, she pulls a fucking brochure out, see the Grand Canyon.
Circling
She's starting to point and stuff. Like, get the fuck out of here. We're checking in. Have you no situational awareness whatsoever? There's 9 people standing behind you, and you're going on to some sort of TED Talk with this bitch who also doesn't seem to give a fuck. Like, she should be shooing your ass. Like, but here's the deal. Step aside. Like, you want to know, all right, you want the brochures of the Grand Canyon? Fine. Step aside in due time. We will get you there. The worst is when you're waiting in line at some hardware store, any line, and you get up there and the phone rings, and they pick up the phone and they go, I don't know if we have the 3/4 couplers. I don't know. Let me check.
It's like, why is the cashier the phone person?
Let me check on that.
Why did that person get moved to the front of the line?
That person's on their toilet.
They're not even here.
They're in a bathrobe.
No,
I got dressed.
Now, here's my thing about when you go to a hotel. I'm coming.
Right.
Why are you typing a MySpace dossier on the computer when I get up to the front? You know what I mean? You get up to the front and it's all...
Right. Hold on.
What's your last name, sir? What are you doing there?
Right.
You know what I mean? What's going on? I'm coming. It's like I have to go onto a website or whatever I do. I put my information in. You have my loyalty card and all this kind of stuff. It should just be my key. It's fucking ready when I get to the hotel.
Hot.
That's how it should be. Mm-hmm. The key should be. They should see you. You go a name, Griffin. Oh, here you go. $275.
Right.
You're out of here.
Yeah.
No, but when you get there, there's this whole like, let me see, the queen bed. I don't know if we want this, and then it's like I'm just like,
did you know I was coming?
This should be more efficient. This should be a line for a walk up service.
If IKEA had A hotel.
It would just be
Bang.
when you
bang.
get out the Uber and they're handing in your key, right?
Yes. Concierge
IKEA
Uber
hotel.
exit system.
One thing I'll say is like the Win. I was just at the Win. They do this great thing now that they take your ID and they put it in their computer. Then your face pops up on their screen now. So now you lose your key or leave your wallet in the. I don't know if you've ever done that. Left your wallet in the room in Vegas.
Yeah.
It is a situation.
Yeah.
They got a security guy's got to come. You got to open the door. You got to get your wallet.
Well, the problem is you if you go down to the desk and you go, I need a key and another key, they go, can I see some ID?
Yeah.
And you're like, that's right next to the fucking key in my wallet, in my bathroom, in a locked place. No. So I stayed at Harrah's, because that's where the club puts you up, which is, if it's not the bottom of the barrel, it may be even
close.
outside. It may not even be inside the barrel. It may be actually physically touching the ground. And you know it's a
barrel
bad
adjacent.
place. Well, you can always tell it's nothing but riffraff in that place. But I see people pushing dollies, like people that are staying like luggage with wheels on it, with 12 packs of Natty Light, and seriously, like chub packs of Cheetos and stuff. Like, I don't know what the regulations are, but they're just pushing full bars through that place. Guys with their sleeves cut off, you know.
They're going 10 person a room.
Yeah, they're going 10 person and they ain't paying at the bar. They're just there to fucking party. And they're just you'll never see that at the Wynn. You don't see that at Caesars, but you go to the right hotel.
Oh, yeah.
You see folks carrying cases of beer. You get on the elevator, this guy's got 47 beers in each
that a
hand.
keg?
And he's kicking his luggage in front of him. Yeah. Literally, they're throwing kegers at that place.
Yeah, the hotel situation is like so. I think the general consensus, as we're saying, is IKEA should be running more shit.
Fucking.
You know,
The only thing
they should be running
about
more
IKEA
shit.
hotels is the TVs are all fake, and that's
I've
tough.
got styrofoam
You know,
TVs.
cardboard TVs.
Yeah, but still, man. I mean, you're talking about like there's something weird about when you in your mind when you walk into IKEA and you see the arrows. There's something in your mind that you go, oh. Okay, like there's no thinking there.
Oh,
you know,
No.
you go. You know, there's no thinking. They just you go, hey, where's this? And they say it's here. And when you start going, it's Charlie's Chocolate Factory.
it is.
You know what I mean?
And if I need to get somewhere quick, they have shortcuts. I feel so accomplished
Yeah.
just slipping in through a
but
shortcut.
there's no like.
They
I
got
like
an entire daycare center.
That's what you go into like a Ralph's right now, man, and you just want a certain thing, and it's just like there's no rhyme or reason how this is.
It's helter-skelter.
Why is cold medicine next to salt? You know what I mean? Like it's that kind of thing where you're just like, where's the bread in here? Why is it over there? You know? And then then when you finish with that,
That's like you're doing a bad Seinfeld impersonation.
but I'm saying I gotta go check out now too. I saw a great video of a guy that just was at the self checkout, didn't scan one thing. He just put everything in bags. Just put the things in the bags.
Didn't pay.
Didn't pay. Just walked right out. Good for him.
Yeah, the self checkout at the Home Depot over here is a complete bust for me because I do the self checkout and I stand there and I stare at it, and then some point an employee comes over and literally just does everything for me, which defeats the self checkout.
Right.
But I do the same thing at the airport kiosk to print my tickets. I just stare at the thing, and it's like I can't even pick a language.
Oh, did you fly United?
Yeah, sometimes I'll fly whatever.
He's not loyal.
I'm not loyal.
Here's my thing about United. I'm 1K. So 1K is like right below this elusive global services.
I'm triple K.
Which I don't
Sorry,
know how.
I had to bring that up. Yeah, I know your feelings about that. But I don't even know why they offer that.
They have the white airline.
You get concierge horse parking.
He's got the white airline like that. There's white glove services at KKK.
I can carry on one cross. I don't have to check my cross.
So stupid. No, but this is the only thing I hate.
I can
Like,
hang the hood and robe up in the front part of the plane with the pilot jacket.
any kind of like loyalty. Like if you're like it's supposed to be VIP, make it VIP. That's, you know what I mean? Just make it VIP. Don't tell me I'm VIP. Then you get, because this is a big example. You know the luggage when it comes out. Like if you go first class or you're like high loyalty, you get one of those tags that go on your bag. Mm-hmm. You get a bag tag that says like, you know, It says like global, whatever your thing
Yeah,
is.
it's always some euphemistic.
Okay,
thing.
so that is supposed to be when your bags are supposed to come out first on the thing.
Right.
They
Oh,
never.
really?
Yes.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yes, that's the point of it. They never come out.
Do you know
They never come out first.
there's a politician in Orange County that wants to do away with Clear in LAX
Why?
because he says it's elitist and people shouldn't be able to go in front of other people who are waiting in line.
First of all, Clear is not good anymore anyway.
Something happened to Clear in like the last month and a half.
I was at the airport, and so I see the Clear line, and that's like, okay, what's going on here? Then I see the TSA Pre's right next to it, and I go, I say to the lady at the Clear, I say, what's going on? Why is this line
Longer, yeah.
And then she got me an attitude, and I said to everybody, I said, you know what? You guys stand here. I'm going to go in the TSA Pre line.
Yes.
I'm going to show you how faster.
That's what I'm doing.
And I went, it's faster than I just waved at
You know what it is with Clear is you got to pull up, and whoever's at the front of the line, you just got to buddy up with them. Because if you're a team, they'll take you both. You know what I'm saying? So they do that thing all the time, like you guys together, and then they go, yeah, and then they walk you through. There just should be some sort of Clear buddy system where you just give someone $20 and go.
But TSA Pre
husband and wife.
has figured something out, though, because this is what I don't understand. It should all be face recognition anyway, all right?
Right.
So they have that thing now. Like, if you go to the airport all the time, you have your ID. What do I have my ID for? Like, it should be once you have your ID goes into the computer, they have your ID. When you get to the thing, they scan your face. We know who you are. Move on. They're doing that now with TSA Pre. They're going to get rid of Clear because Clear's taking too long. At first it was cool with let me do my fingerprint and we get my eye thing. Now it's like taking too long. Now TSA Pre is just going like this. They're just like, you don't have to even show anything anymore now.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
IKEA needs to.
IKEA should be
Let's get back to it.
IKEA.
IKEA should be taking the bags off the plane so we get them faster. All of it.
All right.
Did you get anything at IKEA? Did you eat anything? You get the meatballs?
Yeah, I ate the meatballs, the peas, and the mashed potatoes with the little Loganberry or whatever, it's cranberry sauce or something.
I'm sure it was terrible.
Had that, delightful.
That organizational sauce was on it.
Ordered some cabinets to put in a warehouse and a countertop and a sink and a spigot and door handles, and then had to talk toe kicks, for the lower cabinetry. But I explained to the woman, I'll build my own toe kicks. That's how I roll. So I did build my own toe kicks. Because their toe kicks are, you know what toe kick is?
Great dance move.
Yeah, it's the part underneath your kitchen cabinets where your feet go, like when you're watch. Kitchen cabinets, the lowers don't go flat straight down to the floor. They dip in, they go in 4 inches, and they come up 4 inches. That's
it's like a little plastic on the
standard toe kick is in 4, down 4.
I can't reach them anyway.
That's a standard toe kick. The IKEA toe kicks are weird. I don't like them. They're legs, and they have a plastic thing that snaps on the front. Bush League. I'm building my own toe
kicks. I like to think
kicks.
that Joshua IKEA is watching right now, and he's going like, "We got to fix our toe
Fix
kicks."
our toe.
You guys seeing this?
You gotta have
it's like a big meeting, and they pause it right on his face, and they're like, "We gotta fix the toe kicks."
you got a nail gun and a sliding compound miter saw. You make your own toe kicks.
Right.
That's what I do. So I'm building my own.
There's like
cleaner, nicer.
There's 11 kind of carpenters listening right now who are going,
yes,
yeah,
yeah,
he's on to something.
Yeah.
The rest of us are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, you order all the cabinets, you
Okay.
put all the cabinets together, you do the drawers, you do the doors, you can get the countertops there, and do your own toe kicks. Now, I did drop the ball in the backsplash. I did not ask. I got the toe kick figured out, but I forgot to ask, where's the backsplash? I bought the counters, but they don't. I bought the sink, I bought everything.
Yeah, how can
no
you not-
backsplash.
How can
talk.
you not have a backsplash?
Where is the backsplash? That's the question. All right. So your kid shit all over you today before you left your pad,
Yeah,
right?
it's one of those things. You're doing a diaper change. You think it's okay, and then it's like, I don't know why I picked him up. You know what I mean? Usually it's okay, but I had to it was like the
Kid was naked.
Yeah. Because the thing now is like he's doing this thing now where we had our first he rolled off the couch.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So usually it's just like he's like, oh, you know. And now he's trying to like do stuff, and so he fucking rolled off the couch, you know. So now we're just like you know. So now you can't just leave him on the table, you know. So I had to pick him up, to get some towels because we're not using wipes anymore because the wipes he got a bad diaper rash, so it's better to get these really soft paper towels. Just put some water on them, and it was just it was just
now
poop.
where's
It
the
was
wife?
just-
How's the wife factor in here?
Well, she was doing something else.
Can't hand it off.
Yeah, because I was out of town for a week. You know, I was in New York at Tribeca. You know, I was in a movie called The Everything Pot. Check it out check it out right now. And so. You know, it's like, okay, it's your turn. You know what I mean? And I get it. You know, so I'm handling this, and you know.
Say if you're working for a week, she can do it. If you weren't working,
I know, but it's like still, you know, it's like she's 24 hours with the kid, so it's like, you know.
let me
a
ask
little
you
break.
this about the changing tables, those koala changing tables in the men's room at like
Oh, right.
Karen at the Vegas airport, at every airport.
Public airport.
I have never seen a guy change a kid on one of those changing tables inside one of those airport bathrooms ever. So here's the hypothetical for you.
Okay.
Is it possible that more guys have done coke off of those than actually in Vegas, especially McCarran, right? I would reckon
The
to
coke
say
table?
that more. I would say more men have done rails. The one in the handicap stall, especially where you can shut the
with
door
you.
and lock it
I'm
behind you.
with you.
You ever see a handicap guy with a fucking infant? You can't travel. You're in a wheelchair. You can't travel with an infant.
And who's fucking a guy in the
Where do you even get the kid? That guy, he can't come. He's
Yeah.
got no. He can't
Yeah.
feel himself from the armpits down.
Yeah.
Nothing coming out of his dick but lies. Nothing but lies coming out of that guy's dick. Never seen it utilized. Probably cost the taxpayers 13 grand, you know, by the time it got mounted on the thing and everything.
God.
And I bet you, certainly in Vegas, maybe not in Burbank, but certainly in Vegas, more coke has been done off one of those koala tables.
and changing?
Never seen it.
This
never.
sounds
and
like
you know
a
what?
great. This sounds like a great poll.
I got
for
another
YouTube.
one. At the Vegas airport too, they got those big milking stations for the moms.
Oh yeah, more. I bet you some fucking's going on in there.
More, I bet you more dudes have beat off in there than moms pumping. I've never seen a mom leave one of those things.
Yeah, first of all, you're in Vegas.
They look bulletproof. Like if the
Milking
shit
rooms.
goes down, if like there's a terrorist attack,
That's where you want to be.
you go in there and lock the door. I don't think bullets can get through that thing. Like that thing looks like a pretty stout, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we can agree that more guys have beat off in the Vegas pumping
Right.
shack than women have actually produced milk, and more guys have done coke off the
and beating
koala
off.
table.
I think so. I think we're all in agreement.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. All right.
Yeah.
What about? Maybe I was talking to Dr. Drew about this. People that chew gum. Have you ever met a smart person that chews gum? And then, if not, why do dumb people advertise they're dumb by chewing gum? Because
Right.
I don't know
It's a
you're
dumb
dumb.
look.
Now I know you're dumb because you're chewing gum.
What do you have against gum?
I don't. Well, here's what I was yelling about with when I was talking to Drew about this. In Malibu, on PCH, not the PCH,
Got it.
out of towners. It's just PCH. And you can do all the, well, you don't.
That was so loaded.
Well, they do this thing where they go, well, you say the 405. And I go, yeah, I know. I'm from here. That's what we say. And they go, well, then why isn't the PCH? I go, I don't know. It's just called PCH if you live here.
Correct.
Yeah.
So going down PCH, there's a Nobu on one side of the street.
Love
right?
that Nobu.
And you see all the Kardashians and Kanye and I mean, you can't. It's the greatest place ever, but it's 3 months for a reservation over there. I
really
mean, you can't get into that place. But directly across the street is a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Right across. So you have the cheapest place on the planet to eat, and 40 feet away is the most expensive place on the planet
Very posh.
to eat, which you don't see that you wouldn't see that in other places. But anyway, and so as I walk the bad streets of Malibu and PCH, And as I go by the McDonald's with the drive-through that leads right out to PCH, I started noticing, those black gum stains on the sidewalk, like gum that's been there for 3 years and it just turns into a black spot?
Yeah.
I started noticing on the curb going to the street right after the drive-through, tons of black spots all over the place. Only on one side of the driveway because it's a left-hand drive car. The person just ordered large fries, and the dumbass fucking person spits. They eject their gum. Ugh. They're done with their gum. By the way, you just got a handful of bags complete with napkins and everything. You could easily just tear and put the. No, you're fucking dumb. And fuck this with all the poor people being noble and hardworking, and those are that's the backbone of society. Fuck that. There's no gum on the Nobu side. You guys should get handed a fucking dynamite roll and just spit your fucking shit out. No. You're fucking dignified. Rich people are so much better than poor people. I come from poor people. They're fucking lazy. They blame rich people for everything. They spit their gum everywhere. But on one side, littered with gum, because his Dumbo Highness got fries and can't take 4 seconds to put the gum in the bag or on the thing or with the napkin or fire the gum out of the mouth and then turn on to PCH. So that one side of the driveway is speckled with tons of gum because dumb people want to eat their fucking French fries, but it's the dumb poor people that are the gum chewers on one side of the street. There's no gum chewing going on at Nobu.
There might be some gum chewing going on at Nobu, but they're not spitting it out.
I've never seen, TMZ's always there. They're trying to catch Kim Kardashian. No, they've never seen any of those guys chomping. I've never seen Bezos and his hot wife like, oh, it's TMZ. Hold on. What'd you say?
Probably there's probably in the ashtray in the Rolls Royce there's a bunch of gum in there.
Don't see smart people. I don't see smart people chewing gum.
Yeah. And then
but
the people that spit gum.
What
is wrong with you? I stepped in gum the other day. My first thought was, who still does this?
Dawson would do it if he chewed gum.
Well,
I know, but if you did.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why I wouldn't. Because I don't throw my cigarettes out on the ground either.
I did see a fire went out when you're pulling out a couple of weeks ago.
No, you did not.
I picked it up. I picked it up.
No, I guarantee you, I do not discard my cigarettes like that.
I do not.
How many people do you know? How many people do you know that have cigarette butts in their pockets?
Well, that's just for the fragrance in case you meet a lady.
Exactly.
Ladies come sniffing around.
I would not spit gum on the ground.
At the bingo parlor.
All right, you're right, Dawson. It's in your pocket.
Thank you.
But I did see one come out the car the other day, and I can't figure that out. It's not like you. You did shoot loogies out around you, though.
I'll do that on your fucking lawn.
No, you did it on my driveway.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I'll also do it on your lawn.
I don't see a great separation between shooting loogies out and shooting gum out. That's all. Either I want to step in it or I don't.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Well, I bet you on the bottom of you know where the gum is at Nobu? Underneath the tables.
I don't think smart people chew gum. I don't see rich people chewing gum.
Next time you go to Nobu, check under the tables and see if there's any gum.
They won't let me in there. They see me trying to smuggle my McDonald's bags in from across the street, and I get turned away.
Yeah,
I like the view. So, does gum make you dumb, or are dumb people attracted to gum? And then maybe dumb people need cud. You know what I mean? Like they need to be like.
I think they need to constantly be satiated or just have something moving, like fidget sticks or fidget spinners and stuff. Like people just need to be moving,
distracted. There's never been a movie where there's an evil rich guy who chews gum. Never been depicted in all the like rich guy movies, especially like 80s and 90s. Whoa, we've come into the Rothschild house or whatever. Never chewing gum. And if rich people chewed gum, they'd give them a stick of gum because it would eventually, things in society find their way into movies, you know?
Right.
So if you've not seen rich guys chewing gum in movies, then rich guys don't chew gum. Only dumb people chew gum, and poor people are not noble. They're fucking lazy, and they shoot gum out of their mouth. And again, it's only on the driver's side, which means they roll the window down, they get handed their fries. The dumb, selfish people go, I want to put this fry in my mouth so fucking fast that I'm literally ejecting the gum. I don't think they put it in their hand. They fire it. They fire it with their fucking poor ass, fucked up teeth mouth right out the window, and it lands right in the middle of the sidewalk. And the reason it lands right in the middle of the sidewalk is because they can't fire it out into the window of the drive-thru. They pull ahead 6 feet, stop to turn right onto PCH, and in that moment, that's when they fire it out. Okay.
I can't stand these people.
Fuck these poor people. They're fucking McDonald's. There should be a law like pedophiles in preschools. Like you can't go within 500 yards of a preschool if you're a pedophile. If you open a Nobu, there should be no McDonald's within 1 mile.
You know what IKEA would do?
Oh,
can you imagine?
No, there'd be somebody standing there. Gum?
Yeah, mate.
We'll take your gum.
We'll take your gum. I'll just yes.
No, like a napkin. It would be like a little thing. We'll take your gum right here. Or they would just have a gum thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It would just be like a little gum area. That they just please put your gum here.
All over. It's the people.
What if there was like you ever see those things? They're always at like stadiums. It's like a gum wall.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
which is just so disgusting to me, right? But then what if that's what IKEA would just have like a little gum sculpture, like right next, So you drive out, you have your gum, you put your gum on the thing, and it's something that's slowly turning, so the gum can just go in all different areas. Like it just turns, and
If they would have just said that COVID started from that gum wall, we all would just believed them, no questions asked.
Well, at this point, we believe anything when it comes to that. Now we're just kind of like, wait, what?
Here's another subject.
Yeah, it's to me, it's just like it's bananas. I think things are. Oh, this is what happens with things. Like everybody that's gotten Botox in the last 10 years, all the Botox people are now looking at their faces and being like, "Oh, I probably shouldn't have done this."
Oh, they're at the Nobu.
Yeah, they're at the Nobu. Okay, and then people that all these Ozempic people that don't have diabetes that are taking this, and what all the side effects of that and all that stuff's gonna come out, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, we probably shouldn't have done that." And now here we are now, a short time after COVID and how we handled it. It's all coming out now, and now all the politics have dissipated away from it, and now everybody's just kind of like, what happened? What did we do? Why did this? What's going on? Could we have handled this differently? And so now, but now there's just no. We're also at a time when no one wants justice, or no one cares about holding people accountable.
Right. Everyone just.
Everyone's still the people that fucked everyone over. With
everyone's
COVID,
still fighting. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Where's the accountability? Where's the Warren Commission?
You're preaching.
Where's the Warren Commission for this shit?
You're preaching to the choir, man. Well, all the people that fucked everyone over are still in charge, and they don't want to admit anything. Like when Drew goes, well, why doesn't CNN talk about all the shit they got wrong? I'd be like, because they'd be reporting on themselves. They're not reporting everything they would talk about is all shit they got wrong. So they would sort of out themselves. So that's why there's not a lot of that. Also, people have no idea what they sounded like or what they said or anything. It's like they get in front of Congress or Chris Cuomo's. This has happened to Chris Cuomo quite a bit, where he just goes out and he goes, I never told anybody that hydroxychloroquine was bad. I didn't make fun of people that took They go, oh, you didn't? Here's a digital rendition of you saying it 2.5 years ago, where you're making fun of people for taking hydroxychloroquine. By the way, do you not know this shit exists? Like if I said, I've never said anything about red turn arrows. I've never said anything about leaf blowers. I've never called women dumb. I've never said anything bad about Dane Cook. I've never said anything about that. Come on, people go, oh, you haven't? Hold on, let me use my phone and summon up 2,000 hours of you saying it into a fucking microphone. Whoa. So what? How come Fauci's like, listen, as far as the origin of COVID, I was agnostic. I never said where it came. It's like, you didn't? All you did was tell us it came from a wet market. That's all you did. Every newscaster, all Fauci, everyone on CNN was like, I never said anything about anything. And I don't know why they don't know that the people they're arguing with just then go, oh, you never said that? Here's a clip of you making fun of people who didn't get vaccinated and trying to figure out how to shut them down. Like,
yeah, Cuomo was on. He was. I don't know if you know who Dave Smith is.
Oh, yeah, I know him well.
Yeah.
Dave was having this debate with Cuomo, and then Cuomo's like, he's like, look, when you work for, CNN, he's basically saying like, we're gonna get a call from our bosses, and it's just like you go, oh, so you're basically admitting to being like, you're not objective anymore. So when you work for Fox, when you work for CNN, when you work for MSNBC, you're not necessarily reporting the news. You're controlling a narrative, and that's scary.
Yeah, well,
that's scary.
The scary
man.
part is that people listen. And look, for the record, I like Chris Cuomo, and I like the 2.0 Chris Cuomo.
Right.
But
when you're not working for a company anymore, that's what happens.
Don't expect to go out and do a lot of revisionist history.
Right.
And then everyone always does this thing where it's like, hey, I never told anybody what. Like Fauci's like, I didn't tell anybody what to do. Like, you ring way too kind to yourself. You make tons of edicts and you hurt people.
But this is one of these things too now that like, you get.
Hold on
can't
one
help but be
second.
smug.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
There's a Fauci clip where he's getting questioned in Congress or whatever, and he's doing a podcast or a book podcast. Did we find that or play that or whatever?
We never played it.
Oh, we have it.
With my
Emmy
old
has
mayor.
it.
Oh, he's doing a podcast.
Emmy has it. It's a book thing, forward podcast or something. It's Audible, and in Congress they just play it for him, and he's just like, "Look, if you don't get vaccinated, we got to throw you out of school. We got to stop you from getting a job. We got to get you thrown out of your college or whatever it is. And once we do that, that'll make people drop their ideology and get vaccinated." And then they played it for him in Congress, and he's like, that was out of context. That's not what I meant. And it's like, it's not what you meant. You just said it. We'll find it. It's insane.
Crazy.
The point, they're playing audio and video of people saying shit. It's like if somebody said to me, you said that San Francisco was going to win the Super Bowl last year. I go, I never said that. And they just show me a tape of me going, I predict San Francisco is going to win the Super Bowl. And then I look at it and I go, that was out of context. Yeah, that's out of context. It's insane.
Wasn't it Joy Reid who, like, they found, like, her old tweets and she's
Joy Reid is the best. Joy Reid is the number one chick She's the number one chick thinker of all the chicks. And I think you'll take this as a compliment. Black women can go further than white women in the chick thing. It's a compliment to your people. They can take it to a more insane level. You know what I mean? White women are limited by their melanin or something. But Joy Reid is like made a bunch of disparaging shit about gays and Jews, and now she's on MSNBC. So they're like, "Hey, how about you talking shit about gays and Jews?" And
what'd she say?
She goes, "Well, she made some gay jokes or whatever." Yeah. I mean, that's fine. That part's fine with me.
Like
but
the Pope.
Don't give me the holier than thou. Right? You're in great company, Joy. So then she goes, "Hey, man, somebody hacked into my stuff. I never said that." And they go, "All right." Then she goes, "I'm going to get the FBI on this to profile and figure out.
Yeah.
I'll get the IT team from the FBI to look at." And then they look into it and they're like, "Nobody hacked into this. Those are your tweets." And she's like, "Still not buying it." It's like, okay, well, I don't know what else you need. And they go, "I didn't." They
Deny.
Oh my God! I'll play this clip. You'll enjoy it. It's some Republican guy talking to Fauci. Oh, Dr. McCormick.
You said in an interview that you gave as part of an audiobook written by Michael Spector that you believed an institutional should make it hard for people to live their lives so they'd feel pressured to get vaccinated. Could we run the audio clip on that, please?
You think can be done about it. I have to say that I don't see a big solution other than some sort of mandatory vaccination. I know federal officials don't like to use that term.
Once people feel empowered and protected legally, you are going to have schools, universities, and colleges are going to say, "You want to come to this college, buddy? You're going to get vaccinated. Lady, you're going to get vaccinated."
Yeah.
Big corporations like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others are going to say, "You want to work for us, you get vaccinated." And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit and they get vaccinated.
Thank you. Are all objections to COVID vaccinations ideological bullshit, Dr. Fauci?
No, they're not, and
Thank
that's
you.
not what I was referring to.
Well, in reference to making it hard for people to
That's
get
not what he's
education,
referring to.
traveling, working, I'd say it very much was in context. And I take great offense to this. Miss Allison Williams
All right.
testified before.
Now, here's the problem. You got to do what I did to Newsom. You got to keep going.
Ask him,
Don't
what-
move on. It's like that's not what I meant.
Then what did you mean?
What did you mean?
Yeah.
Or you want to? You got to do this. Should we play it again?
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be some clarity. You said schools and work, Amazon, and then get vaccinated. And once we pressure people enough and make them miserable enough and turn them into pariahs, then they will drop their ideological bullshit, which translates into I'm 18, I'm healthy, and I'm not fat, and I don't have pre-existing conditions, and I'd like to return to college my sophomore year, but I'm not. I have to drop my bullshit and get vaccinated. There's no other way to read that.
That wasn't what I was referring to.
Yes.
Well, in fairness, though, I don't like when people play videos like that. There was a lead up. Like, if you don't have the lead up, then it is fair for him to say it's out of context.
No,
because I think you have to have the lead up. What were they talking about?
You can't
know what I mean?
whack it around. No, the guy who was interviewing him or the guys doing the thing said, how do we get people to get vaccinated?
Why not play that?
That was on there.
There are two voices.
No, but
All right, one more time.
yeah, let's play it again.
Yeah,
Because,
the top.
like, what was the top half?
It's
of
a little
of him?
fuzzy, but
It's
you
fuzzy.
can hear it. You can hear it. You'll hear
hear
it.
it.
So.
Should make it hard for people to live their lives so they'd feel pressured to get vaccinated. Could we run the audio clip on that, please?
You think can be done about it. I have to say that I don't see a big solution other than some sort of mandatory vaccination. I know federal officials don't like to use that term.
Once people feel
All right.
empowered
So
and
he's
protected,
saying.
I know, but there was something that led into that. Even that conversation is what I'm saying, and I don't like this ambiguity of it. I don't like that.
That's not that. I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
but
Though, look, I'm not.
now you're
I'm-
doing what Fauci's doing.
I know,
The
but
guy
what I'm
said-
saying is, don't have it where you can have him say that and have people even think. It's like, what was the beginning of that conversation that led to that? I mean, it's like,
Why do you need
know?
that part?
Oh, I think it's important to because it's not as clear as we want it to be. Because this happens all the time.
Well,
Somebody
wait a
will
minute. You
say,
don't feel that was clear what Fauci
no.
said?
What I'm saying is you've opened the door for Fauci to be okay, to say like, well, that was out of context because you didn't hear the part that led into this. You know what I mean? So it's like that's the only thing.
I disagree with that. I agree with it in principle, but
Right.
I'm saying in this case, the guy just goes, how do we get people to get vaccinated if the government won't quite force them to get vaccinated? And Fauci goes, here's how we get them to get vaccinated. We ostracized them.
It was mid-sentence. They cut into that guy mid-sentence.
They did.
They
Right.
did. It was mid-sentence.
But
Like,
it still
so what did he
felt
say
clear.
before? I get it. But what I'm saying is, like, let's say he could have said something. Why didn't they play that? They have it.
Well, maybe Fauci said, here's what you don't do.
Yeah.
You don't. And then they cut that part out.
It started with, all right, Dr. Fauci, let's play the opposite game.
It's possible. No, but what I mean is they tried that shit with RFK Jr. CNN tried that shit with him. And
Yes.
RFK Jr. said, that ain't the tape. You guys cut that thing up. It's out of context. If you listen to the actual tape, you'll hear I never compared COVID to Hitler or whatever. I didn't do any of that. And Fauci didn't go, you cut that up. That's out of context. You don't know what you're talking about. He just went.
Well, because he didn't need to, because this guy went on. He went on.
That guy was
But you
still
know
an
what?
idiot.
Even with that clip right there you're talking about, that CNN interview, that lady is a devil. Because, like, it took someone that was outside of it, somebody doing a podcast or just a YouTube channel, to actually show the full clip for him. But it's not mass media.
Right.
This lady was on there just, like, staying with it. She was
great because he's like, he goes, RFK Jr. goes, listen, that's out of context. That's been cut up and doctored, and we need to hear the actual tape. And she goes, want me to play it again? And he's like, no, not the one. No, we're not the one you doctored.
And she even said,
the one you just doctored, we're going to hear again?
No, she even said, like,
Wait,
well,
we'll
it
find
feels
that
like enough.
clip. We'll find
that's
it.
great.
That's a great clip. Well, we'll take a break. Erik Griffin is here. I think you guys are aware of that. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with that and more right after this. Doomberg, the #1 financial newsletter on Substack. Concise, entertaining, and provocative articles on energy, finance, and geopolitics. More than 230,000 subscribers. 6 to 8 articles a month. I just read Be Like Ike. And it's interesting to see how President Eisenhower influences today's U.S. nuclear industry. It's a good read. You'll be smarter for it. And I couldn't have read about this anywhere else. So visit doomberg.com/Adam. Enter your email. You'll get previews of all the other articles and 5 free articles in a welcome email and get a flavor for what Doomberg is all about. That's doomberg.com/Adam.
And now, Alcoa presents Definitely Not a Jew on the Adam Carolla Show. Dateline, Dunedin, Florida. An 80-year-old woman was charged with felony battery after confronting a neighbor about how much water he was using to wash his motorcycle. The woman spat on the man and yanked his beard. Definitely not a Jew.
Erik Griffin is here. He's got himself dates all over the place. ErikGriffin.com is where you go for that. Riffin with Griffin's the pod, and it's available wherever you listen to finer podcasts. I had that. We'll find that RFK thing clip with CNN, and yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing to be a journalist and then to doctor some audio and video and then do a hit on a guy. And by the way, they invite him in like, hey, how about you come by for a chat? We'll talk vaccinations. We'll talk politics. We'll talk whatever you want to talk about. Thank you so much for joining. And I guarantee when he shows up, they're like, oh, thanks so much for doing the show. I'm a big fan. I've listened all the time.
You said this.
And then they just go, what the?
That happened to Mark Summers with that Nickelodeon doc. Like they invited him over, like, hey, I just want to talk about old memories of Nickelodeon. And then it's like, so tell us about all the shit they did to the kids. And he walked out.
Oh, the great thing they showed of him was like he's looking at this stuff and he just says, did they air this? Like you know what I mean? The look on his face was like, oh, I gotta get out of here. Like I don't want to be whatever you're doing. I don't want to be a part of this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's a trap.
Yeah, man. But you know, the thing, man, about like when. You know, people need to be more aware and leery of what you're hearing. You know, the fact that a place like CNN, who is supposed to be this, objective news organization, and when you see the full clip of what this guy's saying and then what they showed, that's got to be scary to you. On all, and they all do it, man. Fox, CNN, they all do it. And you just go, oh, man, well, where do we get our information? Where?
Well, you got to go to like Substack and places like that and listen to people that you have to find guys who have been like good voices, consistent voices, steady voices, and also people that admit when they get it wrong, people that have been, what I look for is agnostic, people going, I don't know about hydroxychloroquine. I'm not a scientist. I'm not an expert. But you should talk to your doctor and see if he thinks it's a good idea if you get on it. I don't have strong opinions about shit I've never heard of. Right. If you hear that, it's all this is horse paste and I know what's going on. It's like, you don't know anything. You've never heard about that. You've never heard of this stuff.
You know what? I don't know if you watched when RFK was on Rogan. He was so like just wanting to he said, thank you for letting me talk. He said that so many times where he was just like, I just want to get this out. Like, I'm not, he was very much like, I'm not anti-vaccine.
I know.
Like the guy's done so much work.
I know him
what
well.
I mean? You know what I mean? He's done so much work where you just like, where did this narrative go? Here's another one that I love. Like I was talking to somebody and the guy, he was like, yeah, that guy's nuts, especially what he was saying about Wi-Fi. Cut to now, all you hear about is these brain the waves from like our phones and stuff like that. Like the guy's not crazy.
Well, look.
Do you know on your iPhone they give you a warning? Most people don't know about it.
Everybody who had a dangerous fringe crackpot theory about COVID 3 years ago was right. Every single one of them. So whatever you think moving forward when they call someone a crackpot fringe theory, stop and pause and understand they just got done doing that. Everybody did that. Hunter Biden's laptop, there was 51 ex-FBI and CIA agents and leaders that signed a document that said this is Russian collusion. Every newspaper, CNN, all ran with it. Now the laptop's in court. That's just a matter of fact that the laptop is real. So just pump the brakes a little bit and look for the people that they're trying to ostracize and hear what they have to say. The people they're trying to run off of Twitter and run out of town and get deplatformed and they call crazy. Listen for those people. Yeah, I went into NPR in New York, did an interview with Brian Lehrer, it's like a steam journalist or something. He had a whole hit piece.
Just come on, talk about your book.
Lined up for me. Tried to do a hit thing on me. Fucked up royally. He thought I was doing an Asian accent, but it was Joe Coy doing an Asian accent on my podcast, and he thought it was me. So in the world of NPR, like a white comedian doing an Asian accent, that's somehow going to destroy me, which I don't give a fuck about. But I just said, that's not me. That's Joe Coy. And then I said to him, I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to do a hit piece on me, but you screwed up because that's not me. And then he goes, all right. And we go on with the interview, and they never air it. They never air it. Not. And I sat there for an hour downtown, and I had my assistant call them and go, when are you going to air this thing? And they're like, well, we're doing a pledge drive right now, so we're not doing it, whatever.
Yeah, and of course not.
Then perfectly, I said, John Waters, who they do like over there, came in and plugged his book 2 weeks after I did my interview, and his aired. So then we called him and we said, hey, you got other guys coming in after me and that shit aired. How come my shit didn't air? And they go, it didn't come out the way we wanted it to. So if you want to come in, you guys are, and by the way, you're public radio. We're paying for this. You guys just get to fucking pull a shell game and do whatever you want. And why don't you air it, and then people will know who you are, and then that'll be enlightening to your listeners. Never aired it, and then said I could come back in and do another one in New York. And I was like, fuck you.
You almost got to wear your own lav. And
I know. People don't. The average person has no fucking idea what is going on. They sit down, they open the newspaper, they sit down, they turn on CNN, they listen to NPR, they open Rolling Stone, and they go, oh, this is what's going on. No, it is not. All right, do we have the RFK thing in there?
Well,
can you recall who was interviewing him? Was it Cuomo interviewing him?
No. It was
the girl?
No. Yeah.
I went through the whole girl video, and he didn't once say that they used something out of context.
Oh, this is weird because it was a super famous video that made all the rounds 6 months ago.
We're still looking.
They're played it on this show.
They probably
You're looking for the wrong thing.
Yeah, you have to find the video. You know what you have to find is the video the person made.
Chris will find
it to help him. CNN probably is like, hey, take all that down. Take it all down.
All right, let me ask you a cultural question.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, P. Diddy.
Okay.
Howard University is given back the $1 million he gave them, and they also took the degree back, the honorary degree. And then also Eric Adams, mayor of New York, wants his key back to the city too. So they're taking back a lot of the symbolic stuff. I don't know where you stand. First off, I don't feel like they should hand him his money back. If you're a bad guy, good, I got $1 million.
Yeah.
What if he takes that $1 million and he hires the dream team and he gets off? You got to think about that.
Money.
Well, there's $1 million more he can put toward the fund.
Well, I mean,
and then tell me if this is a very poorly worded joke that has bad taste.
Right.
I said that Howard should say, we're not giving you the $1 million back. We spent it on rims and Carvassier.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's terrible? Okay.
Yeah,
Can't say that?
Don't say that. It's a place of higher learning.
Okay. All right. But it's a black college, I just thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, I know.
Idea of the college buying rims.
Yeah, I know, but...
It sounds funny, though.
Yeah, but then it's like, you know what? The message gets lost in the delivery. You know what I mean?
I should sell that joke to you. Let's see what that would sound like coming from you.
No, because they'll be like, he's on Carolla all the time. Yeah, I feel,
So should people, like when Bill Cosby got busted, did all the colleges that gave him honorary doctorate degrees need to take them back? And then how do you take them back?
I think it's the kind of thing where you just go, you disassociate yourself, and like, why even bring attention to yourself that you did that? That's some clout right there. That's them, trying to be like, hey, look how good we are. We're not. Listen, if you so every person in jail that has done like white collar crimes or even major criminal crimes, so every college that they've gone to, if they did go to college, should that college now come out and speak out against them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, what do we, it's like sometimes you just go, look, people make choices. It has nothing to do with you. At the time Howard gave him this thing, they didn't know all this kind of stuff. And so you just kind of go, it's unfortunate that this happened. You move on. Honorary degrees are like, who cares? We know what that is.
How do they even take back a fake thing that's invisible?
Dude.
It's like me taking back a compliment.
Yeah.
From 4 years later, like, Eric, remember I said you were funny?
But you know what? Here's the thing, too, though. And if the thought process is that you say that, right? You say that, and the thought process for you is that the people are going to be like, well, good. I can't believe you thought that guy was this long ago. So like as if people are have thoughts and feelings about Howard University.
Oh.
As if we think Howard University is terrible because they gave P. Diddy an honorary degree. No, we could care less. What actually honorary degrees are nonsense anyway. You know what I mean? They're nonsense, Honorary degrees are like when like these like pronoun people, you know what I mean? It's the same thing.
They're participation trophies.
When you haven't done anything, it's like getting an honorary degree.
An honorary degree is much worse than a participation trophy. I'll tell you why.
Because you tried.
Now, Chris, you found the clip?
Yeah.
You just typed in RFK, CNN, Hitler?
Yeah, I think so. All right. RFK CNN context.
Oh, all right. That's good.
Good job, Chris.
Good job. All right. Here is...
this is it? This is the girl.
Here it is, yeah.
You also, in 2022, had this to say at a rally opposing COVID mandates. Watch.
Even in Hitler's Germany, you could cross the Alps into Switzerland. You can hide in an attic like Anne Frank did. Today, the mechanisms are being put in place that will make it so none of us can run and none of us can hide.
So your wife, Cheryl Hines, put out a tweet that called those remarks reprehensible and insensitive. Is she right?
No, she's not right. But it was something that needed to be said at that time because CNN, particularly Jake Tapper, who I know is very, very close to you, took those remarks and misinterpreted and mischaracterized.
Well,
you
looks
put
like
it up
you are
there.
comparing it to comparing COVID to what happened in Hitler's Germany.
No, I never
during
did
the Holocaust.
that. You show the whole clip. That's not what I was
play
saying.
it again. Play it.
I don't want to play that again. I want to show what I was saying before that. If you can do that, you should play it again. What you're doing is misleading the public right now. What I was saying is that right now we're living in a time with artificial intelligence, AI, with GPS, with facial recognition systems, with hundreds of thousands of low-altitude satellites that are looking at every part of the earth every day, and that this is a kind of turnkey totalitarianism. These are methods for control and surveillance that if you get the wrong person in government, a tyrant, that they can misuse those. It's been the ambition of every totalitarian system in the history of mankind control every aspect of human behavior.
Even in Hitler Germany, you could cross the Alps into Switzerland. You can hide in an attic like it. Do you understand why people were upset by this?
And now you can't. I understand why people are upset with your interpretation of it, your mischaracterization that I was comparing Hitler's Germany to the COVID lockdowns, which I never did.
We do not have a longer version of the clip.
Of course you don't.
The clip that
Well,
we
hold
have
on. You
is
do.
very
You cut
clear,
it down.
But I will make sure that we look at the further remarks as well.
Yeah. All right. So here's the full statement now, I think.
22 had this to say at a rally opposing COVID mandates. Watch.
Oh, wait. We're just seeing it.
It just looped, yeah.
Yeah, but then there's another video where the person shows the whole thing.
Even that video is cut.
But you know what? But even what's showing there, you know, the guy like I think that the guy unfortunately is a victim of not being able to like command the room.
He's too nice.
He's nice, and I think
he's too nice.
I think the voice thing also is like you know he's not allowed to just be like, hey, hold on a second, you didn't you took this video the wrong, but it takes so long to say things. It's like that because that lady, that's terrible. Like to me that is reprehensible what is happening right here. Like the poor guy is just trying to be like, hey, will you show what I said before? And I've seen what he said before. It's like and that's why I'm saying about like anytime people do that for any side, I don't like it. So that's why even with that Fauci thing, don't start mid-sentence. Don't start mid-sentence. I don't like it.
That's an apples to orange comparison.
No, it's not, man. Don't start mid-sentence to prove a point.
Well,
show the whole thing because it would benefit. Listen, the question.
There probably is a full version of the Fauci thing somewhere.
The question becomes then, why did you start there? That's it.
My only
you
thought
have
is
to start somewhere because you're in a forum that's only going to allow a minute worth of tape or 40 seconds worth of tape. So you can't just go, well, let's hear the whole interview or whatever it is.
Well, I mean, I think that there should have been some lead up, you know, and I think there was. I'm not saying it's going to exonerate the guy, but what I'm saying is if you leave the doubt when people are listening, we already don't believe things. We already are doubting what's going on. We already doubt the news and information because of AI. We doubt everything we see. So why lend to that?
What I'm saying is RFK Jr. had a response. It was like, play the whole tape. That was not it. I did not say that. Fauci just sort of shrugged, you know, which is not.
Well, to your point, the congressman was like, no, you got this guy on his heels. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, he did a horrible job.
Yeah, that's what that was right there. You got him. Get in. Go. Let's go into this more. Then what did you say?
They talk too much. That's the problem. That's what Trump does in a debate. He talks over the person. Just let them talk. Let them explain whatever it is you accuse them of. Let them say it.
Most people will bury themselves.
Stop jumping in that way. Right. Oh, we found the actual context of the rally of AI and Hitler and COVID and everything.
They are putting in place all of these technological mechanisms for control we've never seen before. It's been the ambition of every totalitarian state from the beginning of mankind to control every aspect of behavior, of conduct, of thought, and to obliterate dissent. None of them have been able to do it. They didn't have the technological capacity. Even in Hitler Germany, you could cross the Alps to Switzerland. You could hide in an attic like Anne Frank did. I visited in 1962 East Germany.
You don't think CNN was capable of discerning that?
And this is what I'm saying. See, now this is my whole point. That makes what he said completely different. Yeah. Okay? Just that little 15 seconds makes the whole thing different, right?
Yeah, agreed.
And that's why you have to play it all.
Yeah, but we only have a minute in Congress.
I get it. But what I'm saying, though, is that look how much that is different.
Right. I agree with
let's
you.
talk about,
you know what I mean?
No, I disagree. No, it's case by case.
Right.
It's case by case.
We're not disagreeing.
Let's get back to P. Diddy.
Had Fauci said, play the whole thing. Talk to me like it's out of context. Play the whole thing.
Agreed.
He challenged it. Maybe
he just was like that was out of context and that was it. But then he was like I think he was ready to do that. But this fucking idiot goes, all right, he goes on to something else, like as if he got him.
So you're saying we all saw the tape of P. Diddy in the hotel room,
right?
Knock the girl and kick her. Eric is taking P. Diddy's side, saying she could have talked shit before in the room. Do you want to see what she said in the room?
No, that was
just a snippet.
Now that's apples to oranges.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I need more context. Like maybe she called him fat in the room or something.
Then it becomes the guy has overreacted to something. All right, that's completely different.
I was trying to help you.
No, that doesn't help me. It's just like I used to. It's funny. Like remember the Ray Rice video
in the elevator.
At the elevator at the time,
she could have been talking shit.
I remember I had a joke about that. Because I would say to the crowd, I'd be like, "What could she have said that this would be okay? Let's just gauge the crowd." And I said, "What if he said?" What if she said, I had sex with your brother? Is that enough? Mm-hmm. You know? Then people go, ooh, it's like, no, that's okay. That's not enough. All right?
Not enough.
That's not enough. What if she was like, those aren't your kids?
Oh.
They're Ray Lewis's kids.
Oh.
Would that be enough? So people have their, but what I'm saying is like, what you see right there is this is bad. Like this is like bad within itself, you know? You know what I mean? Like,
so no more context for that one.
No, you don't need no, because the context would be like whatever his reasoning is, the guy overreacted. Even if she was in there like, I hate you, you're stupid, or I fucked your brother, whatever he said, that reaction was uncalled for. That's not the same as this stuff.
I'm just making a joke.
No, I know, but you know how people, what people are gonna do? They're gonna cut it up. They're gonna cut it up and be like,
you're gonna get RFK.
And I'm gonna have to be like, play the first part.
All right, we got a. There's something. Remember, we were talking about the Thomas Jefferson poem or wherever that was. Max Patton said it was written down somewhere, but I couldn't see. Oh, it's on there. Oh, okay. Sorry, it's on my rundown.
It's not a poem. It's a letter to John Adams' son.
But so we got Biden. Well, here's all I want to. Biden is coming undone. I mean, he looks like a zombie. He was out there at the Juneteenth thing, hanging around with George Floyd's brother. Obviously, he's the big fan. It was a
big celebration, music.
It's Kamala Harris. It's not that George Floyd's brother was invited. It's that it's Kamala, Biden, and George Floyd's brother. Just George Floyd's brother was putting his arm around him and stuff. It's crazy that they turned that guy into a martyr, but he looks worse than I'd have ever seen him. Like when he talks, he misspeaks and he does flubs and stuff. But this is So I talked to Dr. Drew about it today, and he's like, "Well, he's Parkinsonian. This is like and it's not. He doesn't have Parkinson's. That's a reaction to the dementia. He has a Parkinsonian reaction to the dementia. He doesn't. Everyone's dancing. Everyone's moving around,
hands and arms.
Can't control his face or whatever. You can hear all the flubs and the misspoken words and mistaking Ukraine for Mexico or whatever that is you want, but 50 seconds of this is the part that really should worry people in terms of what this guy's up to. But later on, and what I wanted to get to is he gave a speech, and he kind of screwed it up as he does, and he screws up his quotes, and I just wish I had this in my back pocket, and we'll play the clip.
It's the third clip, Byron.
We'll play the clip of him doing it.
By the way, if they want to think
the third clip?
I used to be when I was no longer the vice president, I became a professor at the University of Pennsylvania. Before that, I taught a constitutional law class, and so I taught the Second Amendment. There's never been a time that says you can own anything you want. Never. You couldn't own a cannon during the Civil War. No, I'm serious. Think about it. How many times have you heard this phrase? The blood of liberty. Squash of dough. Give me a break.
Now, here's what I'm jealous of. The give me a break part. Because the quote, which I sort of loosely knew, but only from watching Michael Bay movies, really, not from
great
being a
80s
scholar.
Sitcom, by the way.
The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. But he said the blood of liberty, and he got out of the gate. He got that. But I wish I could just scrap thoughts and go, give me a break. Like if any woman accused me of cheating, I'd go, yeah. I fucked your friend. Give me a break. And I'd just leave. Like, or if I was up on stage and I was fucking a joke up and I was like, oh,
give me a break, guys. You should have said that earlier.
He starts with a misquote. He fucks up the quote. And instead of going, I can't remember how it goes, he goes, give me a break. And I think that's smart.
It's kind of like saying, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Or you know what mine is? You argue with a woman or anybody, and they beat you in the argument. You can tie every argument. You can't win, but you can go from a loss to a tie if you go, yeah, but still. So if you go,
yes.
if you go, the greatest Dodger home run hitter of all time was Yeager, the catcher. And then someone pulls up their phone and goes, Steve Yeager had 211 home runs and Yasiel Puig had 414. And you go, yeah, but still. And you just walk away.
Yeah.
And you're tied. You can't win. It won't get you a win.
But
it'll get you to a tie.
Is it the but still, or is it the walk away?
Yeah, you can. It's like one of these things where you go, there's never been a great African American Formula One driver, and they go, Lewis Hamilton's the best Formula One. They go, yeah, but still, and then you can walk. It'll get you even. It won't get you a win, but sometimes
it might make that person doubt, and they'll go, well, yeah, but still. What?
No, they don't know what you're. It's just your way of not taking the loss. That's all. So always have a yeah, but still.
I like that.
Chambered.
I always know when I'm winning a fight with my wife. Because this is when I'm winning a fight. When she says, I don't like how you're talking to me.
Yeah,
that's all she has left. That's
the win. The win is like, your tone, the way you're talking to me right now is like, that's when I know I'm winning.
Yeah.
Because then you know what that does is it makes me mad. Because then I'd be like, what are you talking about? Then she goes, whoa, whoa, your anger management issues right now. And then you end up having to apologize for your reaction.
Right.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Tone is good. They're losing.
Yeah.
They're also.
She's never gonna say, "Oh, you're right."
When they switch subjects mid argument, that's a sign of a loss is coming their way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they go back. They go, well, what about 4 years ago?
They go to the bag.
They go right. They go to the greatest hits. They have a greatest hits list of your fuck ups that is always chambered. You know what I mean?
It's
and
like
they'll just pull one out. It's like a jukebox. It's like a vending machine where they're pushing in G7.
No.
Eric drunk, slobbering and yelling shit about Jews. Okay, here.
It's one of those. It's one of those '80s commercials where it was like, "Get Adam doing all the hits," and he's just standing there like IKEA, and then it's like Adam at IKEA, Adam at the hardware store, Adam at TSA, Adam anywhere, and then it's just like going like that, and you sell it for $19.95. All the greatest hits. That's what my wife does.
Do you like those old K-Tel commercials? Like Smokey Robinson. Find one of those K-Tel ones.
Where they just scroll the titles over.
They'll scroll the Drifters, Smokey Robinson.
Oh man, I used to love the Summer Jam mixes. It would be like one CD with all the greatest hits of the summer.
Talking discs. I'm talking records from back in the day. They'd have the greatest record compilations. I think it was K-Tel. Yeah, and it was all the best of Smokey.
Yes. That is the name.
But I wonder if those things were remastered and not the original masters. Do you guys remember buying like a best of Motown at a car wash or something many years ago, and you put it in and you hear like, my way, my girl, and you're like, it's a little off. Like it's like a little off, and then they realized it was so
easy to bootleg back then.
They got the original artist to come back and re-record the shit with like a synthesizer because they couldn't pay Motown or Columbia Records, who own the masters, the archives. So you guys, you ever hear them?
So it's cleared to put on a different.
Look, I've had it happen where, like, John Popper, I said, I want to use one of your songs for a movie I'm making. Yeah. And he was like, well, I don't know if the record company will give it to you, but if they won't give it to you, I'll come in and re-record it for you.
Oh, that's interesting. You know what? I directed a comedy special. I just got finished, and we're in the middle. We're editing, and then we're trying to use this song. We're trying to use a certain song, and it's like when we were. So the guys the producer's like, well, why don't we see how much the rights to the song are, and then have the artist re-record a version.
Right.
But the thing is, it's still sometimes the rights to the song is still like. It's like $35,000.
Yeah, $50,000. I mean, it'd be a lot.
And then also it depends on let's say you want to use like a Rolling Stones song or something like that. You have those type of people. They have to also agree. Well, I don't know if I want somebody to make another version of our song, and they make it difficult.
Well, now they sell the catalogs, and once they start selling the catalogs,
then it's like a whole thing.
Someone gave them $400 million, and they got to get some return on their investment. So you start hearing Queen songs everywhere now. Where'd all these Queen songs come from? It's like somebody paid and someone's got to get their money back.
Well, this is another little wrinkle too. If you have if it's like a rap song, let's say, and they were using a sample from say a song in the 70s, but you want to use this version of the song. When you're trying to get the rights, not only do you have to get the rights to this, but you have to also contact these people of that sample and get them to sign off on it too. It's crazy.
Because they're all credited songwriters.
Yes.
We have a KTEL Records blockbuster commercial from 1976.
Love it.
This is one more thing my family wasn't going to buy. But
presents Blockbuster, a great new LP, 20 original hits, original stars, KC and the Sunshine Band.
I like it.
Silver Convention.
I hate that song. I hate war. I hate this song.
Leon Haywood. Average White Band. Alice Cooper, Edgar Wintergruth, Sammy Johns, David Loggins, Gladys Knight, Frankie Valli, and many more. David Geddes.
This is the original Spotify.
The Hollies.
Jigsaw.
Oh, that's a good song.
Blockbuster. 20 original hits, original stars. Be sure to get the best from KTEL. LP $5.99, tape $6.99.
How much of that $6.99 went to those artists?
Those were the original songs, though. That wasn't the
that's correct.
car wash version.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We got news, and we'll do that with Erik Griffin right after this. Homes.com knows that when it comes to home shopping, it's never just about the house or condo. It's about the home. And what makes a home is more than just a house or property. It's the location. It's the neighborhood. If you have kids, it's also schools, nearby parks, transportation options, all the above. That's why Homes.com goes above and beyond to bring home shoppers the in-depth information they need to find the right home. And when I say in-depth, I'm talking about deep. That's right. Each listing features comprehensive information about the neighborhood, complete with a video guide. They also have details about local schools with test scores, state rankings, and student-to-teacher ratio. They even have an agent directory with the sales history of each agent. So when it comes to finding a home, not just a house, this is everything you need to know, all in one place. Homes.com. Homes.com. We've done your homework. Just thrive. Life can be overwhelming, and it's not just your mind that suffers. Stress messes with your digestive system and your immune system, too. Just Calm, the breakthrough new stress-busting formula from Just Thrive, exclusive mood-lifting blend, is clinically proven to help you relax and breathe easier in as little as 4 weeks. And I love the award-winning Just Thrive probiotic. I take it every day, and it makes a difference. I love the couple that started this company. They're passionate about their product. I've spoken to them about it. This is a labor of love for them. Just Thrive's a spore-based probiotic with 1,000 times better survivability than most probiotics, banishes bloat and constipation in your gut so you can produce serotonin. That's your happy hormone. Plus, it supports better sleep. I take it. You should take it too. Just Thrive. All, by the way, with a money-back guarantee. Right, Dawson?
Right now, when you go to justthrivehealth.com and use promo code Adam, you can get 20% off a 90-day bottle of Just Thrive Probiotic and Just Calm. That's like getting a month for free. And a portion of every purchase goes to Vitamin Angels, a nonprofit organization that saves the lives of millions of children and moms-to-be around the world by ensuring they get the vitamins and minerals they need to stay healthy and strong. To learn more about this groundbreaking company, don't miss Adam's interview with Tina Anderson, founder of Just Thrive. Take control today with Just Thrive. Bertram's back. You're welcome, ladies. Here's a sneak preview of the new animated show from Adam Carolla and the Daily Wire.
Would you like me to help you get acclimated with the features of your new tool from U-Tool?
What's to understand? Turn on, cut wood, dummy.
Well, first, you need to talk to Aaliyah.
Is that the chick with the aggressive piercings or the one with the pink cornrows?
No, Aaliyah. A-L-I-A. Artificial Logarithmic Intelligent Assistant. This is a smart saw.
This is a stupid store.
Subscribe now at dailywire.com and tell a friend, Mr. Bertram. Now back to the Adam Carolla Show.
Erik Griffin hanging in. We'll do the news, and we'll do that right now.
So there's this reclusive tribe in the Amazon.
I heard about this.
Yeah. Of course we did.
Yeah.
Elon Musk thought, I'm going to help these guys out. I'm going to give them Starlink.
We saw it in the masturbation newsletter, Eric and
Right.
I get. We sort of keep tabs on guys beaten off worldwide.
This year I'm the keynote speaker at the conference.
Yeah, Juergen's friend or foe. They'll have some op-ed pieces sometimes down there.
Strong community.
Yeah. Never jack off with shampoo. There's tips. You know what I mean? And the actual publication can be used as a jack rag. Yeah, when you're done with it.
You can recycle it.
Oh, you turn it over.
No, the last page is just a paper towel.
The last page. Well, yeah. It's got a knockout.
And you put your dick in it and you just go like this. Swipe.
No, it's got a knockout and a perforated center. You put your dick through there. It's kind of lobster bibby. Then it's graduated like a bullseye, and it'll just go around. Mm-hmm.
All right, if I sign up, I'll use your reference code.
This is
you sign up and I get 3 weeks extra.
Okay.
Yeah, but you got to reference me. You got to use my code.
This is a leave well enough alone situation.
Mm-hmm.
This is a just because you can doesn't mean you should situation.
Right. So for those who don't know the story, Brazil's 2,000-member Marubo tribe got Starlink service 9 months ago, internet service. And this is a tribe that, as I said, reclusive. But now, after they got the internet, they are being torn apart by social media and a huge pornography addiction, according to the elders.
Well, first off, Elon's smart enough that he had to see this one coming, pardon the pun. Dawson or Byron, you can find... I did a 1780s guy on internet porn, and it kind of explains it. I used to do these interstitials called 1780s guy, but yeah.
You're in some Amazon tribe that only has 2,000 people. It's slim pickings in there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there is a hot chick there, she's taken immediately, right? Mm-hmm. So then you're on the internet now, and you don't even know that there are other types of women in the world, or men, or whatever you're into. You don't know that there's others, And then, you go to and you don't know that you could type in anything. Like, imagine if, their first thing was like, they probably just went boobs.
Right.
And then, wow, what? Then it was just, maybe they said cocks and boobs. Then they saw that. And then somebody was like, well, what about cocks and boobs and yogurt? And then it's like you could, whatever you put in on a porn site, it's going to come up.
There.
So what I'm saying is
yeah. I agree.
It's like I'm not.
Well, look, it's inevitable. Yeah. All roads lead to porn. All VR goggles were originally developed for astronauts or in simulators or whatever, but everything goes to porn eventually.
Okay, but Adam.
Yes.
You have the VR goggles.
Mm-hmm.
Is that enough for you? I think the real thing is you have the VR goggles, and then you have to have some device that's connected to your dick.
Yeah.
I mean, then you're talking, you don't leave the house.
Yeah. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's got to be a thing that, like, you know, and then it's like you put it in, and it's not immediately on it, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, whenever, you know, there's got to be, like, a thing. It's like a car wash.
They have gaming.
You know what I mean? Your dick goes through, like, a car wash thing where then, like, the
all the different.
Yeah, the brushes come in, and then there's, like, a blowing cycle.
I like the hand wash ones, but do they... look, they have gaming chairs, right?
Boom.
There's going to be a masturbation chair.
This is what I'm saying.
It's someone in Japan is going at it right now.
Any chair can be a masturbation chair.
Well, I could.
Yeah, as soon as I leave, I'm sure
I could turn an electric chair into a masturbation chair. Yeah. Any lawn chair. No, but I'm saying any chair could be a gaming chair too. But there are gaming chairs.
But what I'm saying,
I'm saying an actual chair for masturbation that had everything built into it.
What I'm saying is, like, technology is at a point now. Why are we half-assing the technology? What are we talking about right now? Like, it's like, you know, I think there's this sort of like thing in society, like, because if you ever see like the new robots they're making, like the sex dolls that they're making now, the way they're making them look like real people, like, you know, it's like, why are we half-assing? Like, let's. What are we doing?
Well,
like,
they're making them look like real people.
I know, but it's like, I feel like they could have done that, but they're like inching it out because they want to see how people feel about it. It's the same thing with the VR glasses with the like, yeah, this is for porn.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you know, like, of course, okay.
This doesn't need to be gradual. We are perfectly capable.
We're perfectly capable of being like, all right, I would like to, like, you know, you put the porn, because they already had that POV
I had
porn.
that speech where I went, look, we're all mature adults here who want to fuck robots. You know what I mean? So let's not judge.
Yeah.
Do we have that? Let's see. Do we have
1780s?
Do we have that 1780s guy? It's got to be there somewhere. Well, if you do, you can put it on my screen.
This begs the question: was humanity, like, has this ruined humanity? Because we're seeing what it did to a perfectly pure tribe getting the internet.
This is out of context.
Women better be looking over their shoulders. That's all I'm saying. Because once that technology is perfected, there's going to be a lot more single dudes living with their robots. That's what I think.
I don't. Not until the AI is,
and that they're going to say, women are going to go, yeah, but what about the conversation? I'm going to go, exactly. Yeah. Strike two.
But imagine combining the AI, where like now you're programming this thing yourself. Like, make me feel special today. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to take away from. I think it's just going to be like, this is just an enhanced sex toy.
They're already, listen, the numbers, the sperm count is down. Guys aren't getting laid as much. Guys aren't going out and hooking up as much. Guys are already staying home and pulling the taffy. Yeah. You know, it's already slowed everyone's roll. All right. But anyway, Elon should have saw this one coming, or maybe this was part of his plan.
Yeah, some kind of experiment to show.
Mm-hmm. We will...
Yeah. Well, initially they used it for good. They're like, oh, you can contact emergency service quickly. Here's how you heal a snake bite.
Right.
But anything that is used for good can be used for evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's a gun.
Everything is like, yeah, dude, everything is like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, how do you heal a wound? How do you pound a fucking butthole? What sort of, you know what I mean? It's all the same. Same information's there.
This is the internet. I think this is 17. Well, it's self-explanatory.
Okay.
That's what it is.
And now, Adam explains to 1780s guy. The Internet.
So an endless array of nubile beauties appear in this magic box? And you have one of these in your home?
Yeah.
Make haste!
That was Adam Explains the Internet to 1780s guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, that's what it is.
That's how guys would react.
You know, you'd be like, hey, can I, like, even if you think about, like, oh, here's the one, man. You know, you know how you can, like, now they have these things where you can, like, just type in what you want to see and it shows it to you, right? So they've been putting a damper on, like, you can't do porn. Like, you can't. But now they're saying, well, maybe we should let that happen, too. There's a company, I saw an article about that, you know, like, because that's what you would do. Like, if you're like, you know, now you'd be able to be like, just think of the depravity in your head of what you would want to see, and they could just put that on the screen for you.
There's I saw a clip. Somebody tweeted me, or I don't know where I saw it. I don't know if they tweeted. I saw it on Twitter, but I don't know if they gave it to me. But it was a clip of Charles Bronson interviewing some young man about being like a sex addict, and from a movie. And I thought it was doctored or cooked or whatever. He pulled like a suction cup with a jug on the bottom of it and a stir stick and stuff, and said, "Is this what you've been using?" And it looked like somebody cut it, like doctored it, but they didn't. And it's the weirdest thing ever. And I don't know what Charles Bronson movie it's from. I don't know how to find it. Maybe you guys can look for it. It was
Can you remember Death Wish?
Yeah, I don't it couldn't have been from Death Wish. It's I don't know. Charles Bronson what would you call that? Interviews pervert. Let's try that. Let them do that.
See, but hey, by the way, that's what you're going to be able to do. You're going to be able to say Charles Bronson interviews pervert, and the AI will just
right.
Yeah, they'll make it. All right, you get your next story.
All right, so while he's looking that up, so our 6th Street Bridge here in LA.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean,
that's your favorite bridge?
This is another reason, like, another more proof why we can't have nice things, right?
Okay, we can't have nice things. The thing I love about that is the artist rendition before they build the bridge. They do the rendering.
You know the bridge we're talking about?
No, which bridge is that?
It's a new bridge opened in 2022. It's 6th Street, and it has like the big arches as it goes across. I mean, I don't know.
Is it downtown, right?
Yeah, downtown.
Oh, so I don't go downtown a lot, so it's not my thing.
I've never been on it. I just see what goes on.
Right. So I mean, it made the news because like right when they opened it, people were doing
street
takeovers, doing the burnouts.
You say people, let's Jews are taking Asians
Thank
mainly
you for being clear.
are out there doing donuts in their Dodges.
Are climbing it, and I think some even fell and died. Like on social media, they're doing like this. They're basically just doing whatever they wanted on this bridge. It was chaos.
So what do we have? What's happening?
So now, the bridge. Every once in a while, the bridge doesn't have lights. Like it's very dark when you're driving during night, and the reason that it's so dark is because copper thieves have been hitting the bridge again and again, stripping like 7 miles of wiring, leaving much of the structure in the dark. Right. So it's just a hot spot for copper.
It's what you said. We can't have nice things anymore. We have turned into such animals in Los Angeles, and the DA and the cops, all the defund the police thing.
We formed a task force.
We're just fucking nuts now. We're stealing fire hydrants. Like
really?
We've gone down to elements of life. Like they're stealing stuff off the periodic table of elements. Like we're stealing resources, like raw. I saw someone running with a chunk of coal the other day.
Right. Like just down the street,
running down the street with coal and ore.
This guy's like, "Is that magnesium?"
Yeah. It means your society has degraded to the point where we're well beyond. But the thing you have to find on the 6th Street Bridge is the artist rendering of when they're selling it to the city. They're going, we'll run what's going on the 6th Street Bridge and whatever.
Copper thieves. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who would even know to do that? That seems like a high-profile thief. That ain't no regular.
These copper thieves are good.
They're regular
crafty.
shit.
They're stealing they're stealing.
These people at Nobu.
LA landmark still in the dark almost 6 months after thieves stole nearly 7 miles worth of copper wiring that illuminated the 6th Street Bridge.
In fact, they're waiting for us to repair them. They want us to repair them because every light post to them is an ATM machine. It's pure cash. So when we go and repair, what do? They go and they steal again.
Councilmember Kevin De Leon helped create a task force to crack down on the copper wire thefts plaguing the city. More than 6,000 incidents were reported citywide last year, repairs exceeding $17 million. The task force also working on ways to prevent a costly repeat of the crime along the famous bridge, since repairs there are expected to top $2 million.
We need to come up with creative ways to reinforce.
Creative ways. fucking shoot the next guy who does it, and then they stop. You don't need creative ways.
And safeguard the wires so thieves can't just walk up.
The picturesque bridge has been besieged with problems since its unveiling.
So there's the street takeovers.
Including
Cars.
massive street takeovers and people climbing the arches for photo shoots.
Yeah. All right, now we need the artist's rendering of what it was supposed to look like, because that's the part that cracks me up the most. There is the artist's rendering, and that's guys selling hot dogs and balloons and people strolling underneath it in a beautiful park. Well, this is how they sell it to you. They go, here's what it's going to be, but here's how it turns out, and we cannot have nice things in LA. We're stealing catalytic converters. Yeah. We're stealing copper wire. We're stealing anything aluminum.
What are they doing with it?
They're using the raw materials. This is one of the off.
Find one with people.
You got to find one with
wow.
the one that sounds like
that looks great.
As I was describing we've looked at it before. So it's people walking around and balloons and stuff like that. Yeah. We can't, but also, here's the thing. We have to enforce laws, everybody. We can't just let all the fucking gangbangers run wild.
Well, wait.
Still not
First
the
of all,
one,
I don't,
but not bad, but better.
Whoever's in charge of stealing 7 miles of copper wire off this, it ain't the Crips.
No. What I think what's
like this is a white collar crime right here.
No.
Okay?
This is probably Mexican cartel shit. I think this is cartel stuff.
Really, for what is the purpose? What do they do with it? I'm curious.
Well, I don't know what they do with catalytic converters, but they have some value, and they enlist young poor people to just go get it.
No. I get the actual hammer. Okay, I get but whoever's in charge of like getting this stuff, they're doing something with it. What are they doing?
Yeah, they're selling it.
I know, but selling it to whom? For what?
They're selling it to guys who probably deal with like the version of a pawn shop where they kind of know that guitar was stolen, but they give you $200 for it anyway because it's worth $700.
Yeah,
they're dealing with the look the other way people.
I guess that just to me is like that seems like such a specific thing to like somebody was like, hey, we should steal this copper. Somebody has to know the value of copper, and there has to be a copper market. What is the copper market?
The copper market's like $44 a pound or something like that.
Oh, wow.
It's a trade. It's a commodity.
So that probably ends up at IKEA.
Full circle. This is artist drawing. Maybe rendering isn't right. We saw a drawing.
If you go into Google, you go to images, right? I guess you guys know this, but just go into images.
Any Charles Bronson luck? Let's see. How do I describe that? Charles Bronson interrogates a pervert. But what would you call a machine that's
sex machine? Just say sex toy. Charles Bronson, pervert, sex toy interview.
Okay. All right. See if that comes up. All right. And that artist rendering. Well, anyway, the one we saw before, we showed it on the show before, was just people walking and strolling and vendors and peaceful. But I'm saying it's the opposite of Sodom and Gomorrah, which the bridge is.
Yeah, but it's
now.
What are we going to do?
What you're going to do is you got to put fucking cops there, and they have to fucking bust people who do shit. Like
He said, he's like, we put it back and they just steal it again.
Yeah, but what about like webcams and like, they have all these high-tech equipment where you can see people's faces.
We don't care who people are because we're not arresting anyone anymore. We've decided in L.A. and in California that we're not going to be tough on criminals. Criminals
but if
go,
you have
fuck
like
it.
Nest, you have a Nest cam, you get a notification. There's movement. Why don't they have that kind of shit connected right to the cops?
Yeah, but here's the part you're missing. You can get a Nest cam of somebody stealing your computer and call the cops.
Yeah.
You think they're going to do anything?
I know, but what I'm saying is, why don't the cops just have Nest cams?
They're not interested in stuff. They're not. Them seeing it doesn't prevent it. They're not going to do anything about it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. See, I just got a Nest cam interview. Right?
Check your copper.
All right.
So are you guys worried? Like you talked about the leaf blowers yesterday and how we're just breathing in all these particles that are staining our lungs. Well, what about microplastics? Are you guys worried about
Not
what's
good,
happening.
and part of why testosterone or the sperm count is down.
That's exactly right.
Talking to a lot of people.
Microplastic pollution has been found in all human semen samples tested in a study.
Yeah.
And researchers say further research on the potential harm to reproduction is imperative.
No, I know, because I shorted out my robot the other day because it wasn't built for that much microplastic. You know what I mean? And
dumb.
But I was like,
there should be a scanner in the robot. And once you bust in it goes, you need to change your diet.
Your heart rate's up.
Yeah. They'd be like, well, okay, that's like a trick. But if that's how your wife gets you to work out and
wait a minute.
eat properly.
The dystopian future is like at some point you're eating a pulled pork sandwich and your sex robot turns the corner and goes, how about some jicama instead, fat guy? And you're like, what? You're just programmed for pleasure. Put the sandwich down.
You're like, off.
This is the end of the Twilight Zone episode.
That's right.
Sex robots.
Mm-hmm.
They just,
What a microplastic, I started to get into finding out about this stuff because when you have a kid, it opens up your whole world of like what's safe and what's not, and it's almost like you're like, God, do we even need to know this? I was telling my wife gets water bottles all the time, and I'm like, babe, you got to stop. We got to stop this.
Oh, listen, women do not drink tap water, and they don't. Everything's in a. Are you in a house?
No, we have a townhouse.
All right. Get a whole house filter.
Filter system, yeah.
Filter everything that comes in, and then just drink it right out of the sink.
Yeah.
And stop dealing with the bottles.
They have
and
a
not
lot
only
of
the
that
bottles,
stuff.
the landfill and all that stuff.
I mean, is it even avoidable?
What it is okay. First things first. I've said this a million times. Everything you buy, ketchup, mayonnaise, every accoutrement, get in a glass jar. It's always better. It's a higher quality. People get shit in like squeeze bottles and think it's good shit. You know what I mean? It's always cheap junk.
Mustard is, there's something about,
I make exception for the mustard. You're right.
Come on, man.
Yeah. But
nobody wants to spoon mustard. Mustard, you got to put a line. It's got to be like Coke, man.
There's great poupon. Yeah, you got to draw a line on one of those change tables at the McCarran Airport.
Circle.
I caught Eric doing some mustard rails at the bathroom at McCarran at the Southwest.
Like, man. There's certain things that you just want to like I used to love the peanut butter and jelly where there was peanut butter and jelly in the same jar, and you would just squeeze it onto the thing. That was good shit.
That stuff was called,
I don't know,
not Kugel, but there's a different name for it.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying, but it's like, what are we going to know? Remember way back in the day when gas was like, 15 cents a gallon or something like that, or like it was like a crazy cheap, and they didn't know. We just don't know. Like somebody tested the microplastics recently, but this is something they probably could have done a long time ago. And these companies were like, yeah, but glass is expensive.
Yeah. Well, glass is expensive. It breaks. And it's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy
you
to ship.
Right.
So then somebody made a choice. And so now, we've ruined society. And then, what are they going to say? My bad.
Right. Well, it's like not only found in a bunch of semen, but also breast milk, placentas. It's really the future generations.
Dude, how about baby food? Just look up baby food right now. The baby formula.
Well,
the baby formula thing, dude, is it's bananas right now. There's so much about baby formula that you have to go. You have to go to Germany to all the foods and stuff that we have here. The fact that other countries have banned all the ingredients.
Yeah, not a good sign for us.
What the fuck are we talking about? So now I gotta order fucking. My wife's breastfeeding, which is great because now when we start to get off that, we gotta get our shit from some farm in Germany because they're not polluting it with chemicals.
I think I saw her at the McCarran Airport when I was trying to rub one. I told her, I wasn't rude, but I should wrap it up.
After you, I got next. You put a quarter down on the doorknob.
Yeah. Can you move your Coke? I'm trying to change my baby.
All right, do we find Charles? What? I want to know how the internet works. What are we putting in, Byron, for Charles Bronson? Let's see. What have you typed in? I want to know what could possibly come up. You got something?
I typed in interviews pervert, interrogates pervert, and the closest thing I've gotten is him vice gripping a pervert.
But you're doing Charles Bronson
Charles
first.
Bronson. And the first thing we got was the movie with Tom Hardy playing Charles Bronson, getting talked to by a pedophile. So close-ish.
What about Charles Bronson interrogates...
Maybe they took it down.
Sex toy. I don't know. Somebody tweeted me.
Where did you see it?
I think it was Bill Simmons put it out.
Just then look up Bill Simmons.
Yeah.
Look up Bill Simmons, Charles Bronson.
Look up Bill Simmons, Charles Bronson. Nice. And I think it was under his podcast, Rewatchables. I think that's...
Is it 10 till midnight? Is that the movie?
Yeah, there he is. Now, how do you find it?
I didn't find the exact scene. I just
yeah, you did. That's the guy.
Well, it's the guy, but it's I don't it's
he's interviewing.
It's just a guy videotaping his TV, so I don't know what the clip is.
You don't see him shaking around a sex toy?
I do, but I can't hear it, so I don't.
Oh, but you found the scene.
I'll send it to you.
Unless there are multiple scenes that way. But why do you find it? That's my question about the internet. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
When's the last time you
watch this, Eric?
That's not. When's the last time you made it with a girl, Warren? That's not. Last week, last month, last year.
I refuse to answer.
Never. You never made it with a girl because girls won't have anything to do with you, but you get back at them, don't you? Betty and Karen and God knows how many more. I won't listen to your filth. I won't listen to you. Warren, do you recognize this? What's the matter, Warren? You ever seen one of these before? What's it used for? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? It's for jacking off, isn't it?
Wow.
And these pictures, you recognize the girls on the pictures, Warren? Look at them. Look at them, Warren. Look at them.
This is the craziest scene.
Wait,
all right, he pulls out.
This is a pilot.
He pulls out a dustbuster with a pocket pussy glued to the top of it.
Yeah, this is a pilot for a bad show that didn't get picked up. That's
10 to midnight was it?
10 till midnight.
The movie.
Oh,
now,
really
how do you find it so fast?
I just Googled. I mean, I went into Twitter and searched Twitter. I find things faster on Twitter than Google.
Oh,
these
okay.
days.
How'd you find it, Byron?
Emmy helped. It's a teamwork. It's a team
What'd you
effort here.
Google in?
What a
Emmy
crack
Google
staff
in?
back there, huh?
See,
Emmy
I
says
don't
no
know
comment.
I don't know how the internet works because I want to know what Emmy Googled because I want to know how the internet works because I can't figure it out because this is an insane thing. This should be everywhere.
He said the Rewatchables Twitter.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
it's Emmy's homepage.
You know what? I like to use AI for searching now, like Gemini, the Google AI.
Is this a prop they made?
Yeah, dude.
You don't think it existed in 1978?
Dude, that was the worst acting I've ever seen. I can't believe that made
That's
it.
a feature.
That
was in theater.
I can't even believe it.
And
this is so terrible.
And you know what? Save this speech because your next feature, when they go, we're bringing it straight to paper. We're not now. It's not going to be in theaters. You're going to go, this isn't in theaters? Have you seen 10 to Midnight with Charles Bronson?
For real. I would say let me be mediocre on Netflix. You know what I mean?
I got to watch it we got to watch it one more time.
You know what we should do? This is what we should do. This is what I'm calling for right now. I'm saying, Adam and I, we come in here and we do a watch party of this movie.
That's good. But I think they already did it. All right, we'll play it again.
When's the last time you made it with a girl, Warren?
That's not.
Last week, last month, last year.
I refuse to answer.
Never. You never made it with a girl because girls won't have anything to do with you, but you get back at them, don't you? Betty and Karen and God knows how many more.
Veronica.
I won't listen to your filth. I won't listen to you. Warren, do you recognize this?
Leo.
What's that, Warren? You ever see one of these before? What's it used for? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? It's for jacking off, isn't it? And these pictures, you recognize the girls on the pictures, Warren? Look at them. Look at them, Warren. Look at them.
All right.
Now this is how you know how this is old school. This is old school because they think that handsome young man can't get girls.
I know. They shouldn't have hired a guy with matinee
It should have been you or me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thanks. I mean, what? Get Truman Capote's brother. All right. Now that we found that, I can rest.
Okay.
Erik Griffin is his name.
Yes, guys.
Comedy's his
I don't know
game.
when this comes out tomorrow. I'll be in Greensboro, North Carolina this weekend. So, guys, come check me out, the Greensboro Comedy Zone. And I got other stuff going on. But, I've been doing a lot of acting and directing and stuff like that. So I'm not doing as much stand-up. But when you do want to see it, it's at ericgriffin.com.
That's what I was about to say. For me, Vegas, I'll be there tonight over at Kimmel's Club.
Oh, wow.
Josh Wolf and Michael Yobi on stage. We'll do a live pod there at 7:30, and then I'll do a stand-up show at 9:30. After that, you just go to amcarolla.com. Levittown, New York, Governor's going to be there doing stand-up June 28th, 29th. Just go to amcarolla.com for all the live shows. Until next time, Am Carolla for Erik Griffin and Chris Max Pattis saying, mahalo.